London City left the town. M.I.A.
Man,
You fucking kidding me? M.I.A.
Man, that's different right there, man. That's crazy. That's one of them verses I've been wanting for a long time. Man, long time. Real.
Because she's more than a musician, man. She's more than an artist. Like, she's like an icon now.
Yeah, she one of the illest for sure. For sure, that's crazy.
Do you remember when you heard it for the first time? Do you remember what your first impression of M.I.A. was?
Yeah, no, it was crazy. It was just like one of the most visual, like, human beings I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Like, I think I seen like a video of her in like Lower East Side or like New York or like Soho, New York, just doing some video or something. It's like, man, raps is just fire. The beats is crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Also, I was like, I don't even know how young I was. I was so young.
It's so crazy. You know, you find yourself being inspired by all this music, and then you manifest through self-reflection, and you find yourself in a space where it's you and Thug and M.I.A. on this, and it's just like, those are the pinch yourself moments, right?
Yeah, nah, that's crazy. Cause I mean, and even too, like, me and Thug too, it's just like, man, we've been making music for, you know, quite a while now. We've done like tours together. And it's just like, and we just always put out songs, just put them out. You know what I mean? We never just like, man, I'm back in that film. I was just like making my first album or even my first mixtape again. And it's just like, man, I just want to go so hard with this. I just feel like, man, I've blown it. I think we just blew my phone speaker now.
Oh God. I thought it was White T. The whole world thought it was White T because you and Chase, Love Chase, on Dotwave Radio, you were like, yeah, let me just leak this out. Everyone called it White T. Was it always franchise though? Did we get it wrong?
No. We just naturally, it was just always just calling it White T, just because like, I think it was like the first bar I made, and when we was making the song, it was just like hard, and just even with me and him, when we talk about it, and just we still call it like White T and shit like that. Franchise is always like the name I think we had on the board for it that was just fire. We had like a couple circle like names that we just thought was dope. And so, you know, what up, Shaky? So, you know, we were just talking with them. It was the joints we was, you know, so, but now, you know, it's just like, names is always that joint. What up, boy? You know? So that's the joint though, man. I fuck with it heavy.
When did you make it? Give us some timeline on it. People want to know where it exists in the whole grand scheme of life.
It's crazy. We made it when I was actually in Houston, which is like the illest ever. Cause I rarely record in Houston, and I always make some like my favorite songs in Houston. Like I think I did Highest in the Room at my mom's house. Like I set up a studio at my mom's crib, and just like,
wow.
I made Highest in the Room.
So you just went back to the house you grew up in, and you set that studio back up in the same space you were when you were aspiring to do it, and you made it there?
For sure. Houston Fornication, same thing. I made that at my mom's crib. What up, brother? Yeah.
How often do you get back to Houston?
Man, I've been trying to go often, you know what I mean? I try to go as much as I can, just see my mom, man, you know. I just try to see my mom if I can, my brother and sister, you know.
How have you found the whole thing? I mean, listen, it's an obvious and stupid question because everyone's felt it challenging, but in your personal situation, your micro, how have you remained balanced in the last 7 or 8 months? Because you've shown up in significant ways and almost out of nowhere. Let's start with Fortnite, because that experience, honestly, Travis, that experience meant a lot to a lot of people. And can I tell you why? Yeah. Because it felt like it was one of the first times someone had figured something out.
I guess that's just what we've been doing. Even just before this, I think we just figured things out and just trying to like put it to test, I guess, this year. And just like coming up, it's just like we just been keeping a natural energy flowing, creative energy flowing too, man. And just be trying to just do some of the things that we've always wanted to just been doing. It's just like day one. And just like the music too, man, just being able to like get back to like making beats and shit like that. It's just like, it's thriving me and it's just driving me. I'm just so hyped. Like I've never been so fucking hyped, man. I'm like back, like I'm excited about music and rap and beats again. Like this shit is just like, I'm on a fucking mission, man. Like I'm like, we trying to literally build up these gates at Utopia and like make it happen, but I'm starting right now from the ground up to make these walls jump, man. Like
You know, when we saw the doc, which I love, we spoke about it. I love that documentary. That's one that's going to hold its position. It's hard. Music documentaries, they don't age that well, all of them. But your ones, it's you go back and watch it over and over again, and that's because it's so honest. And I think that what really shocked fans was at the end of the Astro World campaign, you didn't achieve everything you felt you deserved to, and we all felt you deserved to. Did that take you a minute to regroup and to get that excitement and that like hunger back post Astro World to get to this place where you're as amped as you are now?
Yeah, I think that the moment when it didn't come, it didn't happen for us. I think at that moment is when my brain like ticked over to a whole nother type of just like, man, I gotta bring this to the crib. Like, I got to, man, and I'm doing this shit solely for like my fans. I don't really care about nothing else. This ain't for me, man. This is just some shit I've been building up with the fans, man. Like I live, I eat, I breathe, I sweat for the kids, for the fans. I don't give a fuck about no. I might even care about myself like that. You know what I'm saying? I really, really care about these kids and these people that's walking the earth, like, to making sure that they good and we got something to stand on and some walls to like walk in and live in and rage in and fuck up, and we can create and we can do whatever we want to, make our ideas come alive. Nobody can stop us. And until we got that,
what are you doing with all this? What are you doing with all this energy? Now you're not on stage. I mean, you know, everyone had shows pulled. Everyone had plans. Everybody had moments to reach the audience. Nothing better than seeing the looks on people's faces and seeing the way they react to your music. You can't have that. What do you do with that anxiety? Where are you putting it?
I'm building the walls to utopia. Like I said, like my energy is still just going into like building up these walls. So when they are built up and we can now go back and touch these streets, we can now just like, oh man. I'm sorry, this FaceTime can't embody the energy that I have right now.
No, I know, and I'm trying, but I never will. I'll never get it. Franchise is the song, Travis Scott. This is Anthem right here. This is for fans of those moments that, alongside a perfect catalog, you're talking about moments that stand up alongside anything. You know, I feel like this is almost like a sibling to Sicko Mode a little bit in production. It has that same real energy, that like squelch bass and all that hardcore shit that we love about that song. Is that fair to say? It just feels like it's in the camp.
I would say like the sonics of what we probably created back for like a Sicko Mode or something. It was something that I was like dear to, that I was like, when I tapped into that range, like where I felt like the beat should be or beat should be at, I was like, man, we created something that could still be pushed forward too. Like I'm not even done with that sound or like levitating that sound. You know, it's just like, you know me, everything's just about a sonic presence, man. Just maintaining the sonic presence. And pushing that sonic.
How did you get M.I.A. on the record? Let's get to specifics on the song before we let you go. How did you get M.I.A.? How did you make that connection?
Reached out to me for something for her album, and we connected. I think when we was like in London. You know, she's just one of my favorite artists, man. Just humans, period. So it was just amazing. You know, just chopping it up, spend some time, and when I finished the song, I couldn't think of nobody else that could probably just maybe like body this shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Body this shit like as hard as like anyone else, any other rapper, any other artist, you know. And it's that presence, man. We ain't felt this presence in a long time. I'm just trying to get shit back right, man. We gotta get this shit back right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all this, the energy, man. And just like music, beats, raps, everything. Just like, just get it like, man, she's the illest of all time.
Hey, you know what, man? I always appreciate the chance just to get a little time. Appreciate it as always, man. Thank you, Trav.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for going hard for us out here every day, bro. You know that.